Plane mirror. What is plane mirror? One portion of the mirror, one portion of the optical device, this is one portion of the optical device, is a reflecting surface. One portion is the reflecting surface and other portion is coated. That is called plane mirror. Plane mirror. So this side is coated and the reflection takes place and from one side only. The reflection of beam takes only in one direction. Say about an object is kept here and an object is kept here. It goes like this and after reflection this is a normal to that plane of the mirror. From this it will get reflected like this. According to the law of reflection, angle of incident, this is with the normal and the incident ray is called angle of incident, and the same angle with the normal and reflected ray. This is reflected ray, this is incident ray. So the rays get this side, it gets reflected from the surface of the mirror, and light beam can only get reflect only in one direction. This direction only the reflection is possible. This is the object. This is a real object because the ray is actually going. It's actually diverging. If the ray is actually diverging from a point, that kind of object is a real object. And here also one more beam. It will go and reflect, and it gets reflected like this with the help of the normal. So here when we extend it backward, extend this backward, extend this, the image is formed here. Image is formed, it is virtual image. Why it is virtual image? This point, this is the point where when the reflected ray, when produced backward, reflected ray, this is a reflected ray, when produced backwards, it appears from a point, it diverges. It diverges from here, from the point I, it diverges like this. Diverges like this. So this kind of diverging ray. So when object O is kept in front of the mirror, this is the front of the mirror, this is the rear of the mirror, back side of the mirror. If the RR reflected ray is diverging, appears to come from a point, appears to come from this point, it is diverging, appears to come from a point, behind the mirror is known as image. This is known as image. It is virtual. Why it is virtual? As rays appears to diverge, it is diverging ray appears to diverge from a point, forming the virtual image. So how we can define the virtual image? The object, as it is, the object is real. The object is real. So after reflection, if the ray appears to diverge from a point, see, from this point it appears to diverge from a point. After reflection, if the rays appears to diverge from a point, that point is virtual image. It is clear that when the reflected is extended back, this reflected is extended backward, it appears the rays are diverging from the point. The point is where the image is formed, and that image formed is virtual. So this is for converging beam, because the beam from the object is diverging. So actually for the diverging beam. This is for diverging beam. Diverging beam. It means from the object, two rays, we take only two rays, we can take this also, it will be reflected back. Okay, so this is a diverging ray when on incident on the mirror, it reflected back according to the law of reflection. Then it forms a virtual image, as if the virtual image means if you from a point, if the rays appears to diverge from a point, that kind of image formed is virtual image. Now let us take for the converging beam. Converging beam. This is a mirror. This is polished surface. This is mirror. And converging means, let us take a lace coming like this. Lace converging like this. From the real point, it's converging. And after reflection from this is normal. Reflection, it comes like this. So this is converging. It appears to converge somewhere here. Say somewhere here. And one more ray from here. This is also converging. Converging seems to appear. It seems to converge at this point. So after refraction, this will go like this here. So it means when the ray, when produced backward, it forms object here. This object is virtual object. Why we call it as a virtual object? The point at which ray seems to converge forms virtual object. The point at which the ray, seems to converge forms real object. So what is the difference between virtual object? It is supposed to be virtual object. Virtual object means for object, if the rays are converging, seems to converge at a point, at that point forms the virtual object. For image, if the point from a point seems to diverge, that forms the virtual image. And the distance from this is image distance from the mirror. Both, if this is x, this will be also x. It seems that the distance from the mirror, the object and image, both will be the same distance from the image. It means the image distance from the mirror and the object distance from the mirror, both are equal. And the image formed is laterally inverted. The image formed is laterally inverted. What is the meaning of lateral inversion? This is the mirror. If you let us A, B, C, it will be inverted like this. And A. The distance between C and C will be the same. The distance between the B and B is same. The distance between A and A is same. It means the distance of every characters is same from the mirror. From the mirror, here to here this distance, from here to here this distance, both are same. From mirror, from here to here letter B, from here to here letter B, and from mirror up to the letter A, and from mirror its image. This is image. This is object. Moreover, the plane mirror will have the focal length of infinity. Why? Because already we have discussed in the previous chapter. This is mirror. After it goes like this, and also we can take it as it comes, it goes, and it comes, it goes, and the angle of incidence is 0, angle of reflection is also 0, the normal and angle of incidence are same, that's why angle is 0, angle of incidence and angle of, so in this we can write angle of incidence is equal to angle of refraction is equal to angle of reflection is equal to 0 degree, and there is no way both the incident and reflected way to intersect, or it seems to intersect. So it intersect, if we take it as it is intersecting at infinity. That's for plane mirror. For plane mirror, the focal length is infinity. Unless concave mirror, we have got somewhere it is intersecting, forming the real image, somewhere it appears to intersect, forming the virtual image, but here it does not intersect. It is supposed to interfere. Incident ray and reflected ray supposed to is intersecting at infinity, and that point we call it as a focus. Therefore, for plane mirror, the infinity for plane mirror, the focal length is infinity. This is virtual object. So it's very simple. Plane mirror, the distance of image and distance of object both are same from the mirror, and it is forming laterally inverted image. And for converging, for diverging beam, this is for the diverging beam, image formed is virtual. For converging beam, it is converging, it seems to converge from here, and the image formed is, this is the image. This image is formed, this is actually two rays are intersecting, that's why this image is real. If actually two rays are intersecting, the real image formed is real. It seems to intersect at some point when it is produced backward, then the image formed is virtual. Therefore, we'll see for a converging diverging beam forms a virtual image, and converging beam forms a virtual object. Let's see how it is. This is a mirror. This is object. This is what? This is diverging beam. Diverging beam. Diverging means from a point it seems to go away. This is a diverging beam. After refraction, this comes after refraction, this goes like this, and one more ray from the objects. It comes like this. This is incident ray. Both are incident ray. This is object. It's a real object. Diverging beam. So beam is from a point. The ray is diverging from the point. When extended is backward, and when this extend is backward, here the image is formed. This image is supposed to be virtual. Why? Because whenever this will also be like this. So this is a reflected ray. Reflected ray. When virtual image of it is formed from a point, when it is extended backward, if the rays appears to diverge, then the image formed is virtual. So object and the object is formed, object is kept in front of the mirror, in front of the mirror. Therefore we say this is L, this is K, this is S, this is P. So OL and OK both are incident ray. LS and KP are reflected rays. And this distance, virtual image means dotted line, we can produce dotted. So the object is real in this case, and image is virtual, and image is virtual, but the distance of object from the mirror, the distance of image from the mirror, both are same, equally spaced. So this distance and this distance, that is MO is equal to MI. It means whenever the object is kept in front of the mirror, the distance from object to the mirror and the distance from image to the mirror both are same. It means exactly it is formed the distance but in the opposite direction. Now let's see for the converging beam. For a converging beam, this is converging beam. Converging beam means, diverging beam means what? From a point it is diverging. Converging means from a point it will come from somewhere. It will come from somewhere and like this. And after reflection it will go there. After reflection it will go there. Here the image is formed because this is reflected ray. This is reflected ray. This is incident ray. After incident, at the mirror surface, it goes and actually these rays meet at a point forming the image where the object is kept. Now we extend it backward. When we extend it backward, here the object is formed. And this distance, this is from mirror to image and mirror to object. So MI is equal to MO. That is, object distance and image distance both are equal from the with respect to the mirror. And this image, the object from this object is virtual. Why virtual? Because we saw the concept of virtual image means if the light seems to converge at a point. The light sees converge at a point, this point. Then the object formed is virtual. For image, virtual image, it seems to diverge. For object, seems to converge. This is the difference between virtual image and virtual object. So the object is virtual, the image is real. Why it is real? Because actually the reflected rays meeting at a point forming the image. So it means converging rays forming a real image and diverging rays forming virtual image. Same way, object converging rays forms virtual object and diverging ray. This is object. Diverging ray will form a real object and converging rays. Converging ray means it seems to appear at one point. This is object. This is virtual. This is the concept of plane mirror. So plane mirror, the distance of object and the lateral inversion takes place after reflection. So image is laterally inverted.